welcome everybody to Laser Distractions. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday evening. I don't have a big night planned out here. I've got a little test I'm going to do. As I was working on this thing behind me here, I was doing the inside walls out of some 1/4 inch pure bond plywood. And when I did these window cutouts here, and you can see it's kind of rough here, I just jigsawed out a piece, and I thought, well, even though it's scrap, it's still a good looking piece of wood. So I'm going to try to engrave a picture on there tonight as kind of a test for something else that I might do in the future. I just want to see how well this turns out. First of all, can everybody hear me okay? I think I got these silly mics figured out. I hope so. I don't hear anybody say anything, so I guess y'all can hear me okay. Anyway, let me go ahead and turn this silly YouTube off. I don't need it. I've got Lightburn opened up here, but I'm going to let me get this ready here. I'm going to try to bring the photo, and this is just a picture I took with my phone. And sometimes phones take pretty good pictures, and other times the guy behind it's what messes it up. So I'm going to try bringing this into that imager stuff if I can. Maybe I'm not seeing the right one. That don't look like the right thing. No, that's not the right thing. What the heck? All right, I think I've got it bookmarked somewhere. I think I do. Yeah, there it is. Oh, I guess I was spelling it wrong. Okay. I had an E in it, and I guess there's no E in it here. But anyway, I'll share my screen and bring you all in here with me. And I'm going to try to bring in a picture and see if this is one of my favorite pictures of Rocky and Jack. I'm going to see if I can, let's see. I'm not sure how this works. Okay, yeah, that might work. I don't need to get all of that. Something like that, maybe. I'll crop that. Now let's see, what's the next step? Resize. Okay, I want to make it. Let's see what I had here. This thing in Lightburn was 11.5 by 17 something. All right, I think if I go, let's see, 11.5. Let's see if I can go 10. And see what it. Let's try to change the DPI a little bit. See if that helps any. Okay, maybe that'll work. I don't know. All right, let's see. Let's go to material. It's just going to be wood with a CO2 right here. Okay, that's what it looks like. Let's see. Let's download that and see what we get. Okay, now it was already doing it. Okay. All right, so let me now close this. I will bring my light burn back in here. And then bring you back in here. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, I quit trying to share an entire screen, which you could share it and leave it open, and then anything you brought on that screen it would see, but I keep having errors, so I just do the window, and then every time I close out a window, I have to open it in again. So this is what I'm going to try to do. This red line is basically the shape of that piece of scrap. And then this is actually a border that I got from VCarve Pro. And I don't know if I'm going to like that or not. We'll see how it looks. But let's see if I can import. Let's see. I guess it put it in downloads. Yeah, right there. All right, let's see. This is just a test anyway, so let's see how this works. Oh, you know what? I bet I don't want. Yeah, I don't want that. Let me do this. Make that line. Let's go. Okay. 30. All right. Now let's see what we get. Let's run through this and see. I don't know. It says it's going to take about 34 minutes. So, I don't know. Something still doesn't look right about that. Something does not look right. Is it just me, or something doesn't look right about that? I'm not sure what it is. I keep looking at this. Well, let's fire it up and see what happens. We can always flip it over and do the other side. Let me get the chiller turned on. I haven't turned on anything yet, so I'm trying to leave everything off because it's pretty toasty out here. It's still 85 degrees outside. The humidity is pretty low, but it is still pretty warm. We'll get, let's see. Bring that one on. Ooh, I might have to let that chill a minute. Shouldn't take it too long though. We'll chat a minute while we let that chiller get it down to temperature. Let's see who we got in here. If I missed anybody, let's see. Roger's here. Jerry, how you doing? Jeff Connor's in the house. Tim Keller. Let's see, who else did I miss? Solar Man's in the house. Well, I like the new RBD thing. I like that. Steve's here. How you doing? Kate's here. Clyde is here. Crafted by Clyde. Okay. Let's see here. Looks like I got most everybody. JR's in the house. How you doing, JR? Good to see you here. And Jeff's here. Let me take a peek at this. Yeah, it's coming on down, but it's going to take a minute or two. I'm hoping this works. I'll go ahead and tell you what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about putting a pass-through opening, and if you don't know what that is, like right here, and you probably can't see it, but right here is the partition that separates the cabin or the sleeping quarters from the galley or the kitchen. And a lot of these kind of campers will have what they call a pass-through, and it's basically a little opening in that partition wall, and usually it has some kind of doors, or in what I'm thinking, I saw a video where a guy had, and I know he had CNC stuff because he had laser cut boxes and other V-carve engravings, but he had, instead of having doors for his pass-through, he had it where he had a sliding panel. In fact, he had two different ones. So that's kind of what this is a test for. If I can get a good engraving of one of my favorite pictures of the dogs, I would maybe put that there. We'll see if this is going to work or not. Thank you, JR. That's you know me, I'm old and I'm slow. I don't move near as fast as I used to. Plus, it's hot. we, it's been really hot. It got up to probably close to 90 again today. So I try to get out here and maybe do a little bit, but by 1 o'clock, and then when I break for lunch, I just take a long lunch, and then usually by about 3:30 or 4, the shade has moved back over here because if I'm doing stuff in here, of course it's hot because I'm in the garage and I've got a fan. In fact, it's blowing on me right now. But if I'm out there, where I've got my miter saw set up or my sawhorses, and I'm doing something out there, I'm right in the sun. So usually, if I can take that long lunch break, then I can go back out there, and that sun, the shade has moved just enough to get right here where the trailer and my sawhorses and stuff is. Ryan's giving a vote for the pass through. It's kind of cool because when you get up in the morning, if you plan ahead, well, I think what a lot of people do is they'll have their little coffee maker and they'll set it. It's still in the galley, but they'll set it right at that door. And then the next morning, people can get up and open that door, and there's a cup of hot coffee waiting on them. So yeah, I'm thinking I'll probably add one, but most of the ones, especially the ones on that MWD Adventures, because they all use that hiker trailers. That's the brand of it, hiker trailers. And they usually have, in fact, it's about the whole opening for the pass through is about 20 inches by 14 inches. And I know that because they did a video where they, here it is, where they did dimensions. Him and Wendy were measuring everything on their hiker trailer. So everything, they called out the dimensions. I wrote it down. Their pass through was 20 by 14. Well, that's pretty good size. Now, they have, they got double doors on theirs. And then even the guy that has the sliding panel, I think it's still probably that size. He just has big panels. But I don't know that I would need one that big. And also, I'm going to be designing the gantry around a Blackstone 17-inch griddle. In fact, I've already got it in the house there, so I could get all the dimensions and stuff off of it. And it's pretty good size. It's a lot bigger footprint than like the Coleman or the Camp Chef or whatever, those 2-burner stove things. But oh yeah, we're good now. It drops down pretty quick. But let's see. I guess I should probably do some framing here. Let me reset that. There, I think we got it where it'll fit in there. All right. I have no idea what this is going to do, so we'll try it and see. Got everything on. Oh, I better check the focus, hadn't I? Because I don't even remember what I was cutting last. Yeah. Tell you what I'm going to do too. I think I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. And then we'll go here. Okay, that should work. Now let's see. I made it a little smaller, so we're still looking at 36 minutes. So let's get this thing going. And I don't know if that's going to be enough power or not. I don't think so. Let me bump that up a little bit. Let's see. All right, let's see what happens. Ray says he likes the cobwebs in the back left corner. I don't see where you're talking about. Although there might be some in there. I don't know. I don't know. Let me welcome any first-time viewers that may have stumbled into this live stream. And just so you know, the laser that you're watching is an Omtech AF2435 80-watt laser. And yes, I am an affiliate. So I have a coupon code if you're interested in getting a Omtech product of any kind, whether it be the blue and gray, the red and black, or the polar. That fairly, I guess, I can't really call it new. It's been out a while, but the 50-watt, I kind of call it the Omtech. I'm drawing a blank now. What's the name? What's the name of that other laser that's so popular? I can't think of it now. Anyway, y'all know the one I'm talking about. Glow Forge. That's what I was trying to think of. I knew it started with a G. Yeah, I call the Polar the Omtech Glowforge. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, K40 is the other popular one, but the one I was trying to think of was the Glowforge that's popular with all the crafty folks. See how the chiller's doing. Yeah, it's probably not going to shut off the whole time I'm out here because, like I said, according to my thermometer over there on the wall, it's about 84 out here. And the only way I can stand it is I'm standing right in front of a floor fan, and I've got a glass of ice water. And if I hold real still, it's not too bad. I was actually going to leave the garage door open. I thought about it for a minute, but because at 8:30 it's not really quite dark yet, and it's still not totally dark out there right now. But I figured with the lights on and door open, all the bugs and mosquitoes would be coming in, so I went ahead and closed it. Jerry says I got the map of Middle Earth to do on a wall lasering for my room. All right, cool. Not sure what that is, but I'm sure it must be cool. I got a feeling this may not turn out that great, and I don't really think it's so much the the way it's engraving, and it's just the picture's probably not that great to use. But we'll see. Is it buffering on YouTube? I closed YouTube out, so a lot of times when I'm doing engraving and it's just moving back and forth real quick, it will buffer some on YouTube. It's showing here good in StreamYard. See, it just doesn't look like it's very dark, and I even bumped the power up. It had the speed at 500, but if I slow that down, then it's going to really take a lot longer because it's saying it's going to take 36 minutes, so it's still got about almost 30 minutes to go. So looking good. I've lived a sheltered life, yeah. Well, maybe I have, but a lot of that nerdy stuff y'all talk about, I ain't got a clue what it is, and I really don't think I'm missing anything. All right, it says last day of school today, so we pulled the camper to the campground. There is a converted school, I think you mean school bus next to you. Cool. I tell you, some of those people, the YouTubers and even non-YouTubers, they'll take those the school buses, not necessarily the great big ones, but the little ones, and even the big vans and stuff. And man, they have some really nice setups. But the only thing about that is when you pull one of those into the campground and set up camp, you're there. You can't just go, oh well, let me run in town and pick up something or go sightseeing something. You are kind of stuck when your vehicle is your camper. Ryan's talking code with Jerry. Yeah, I was reading fine novels. He was watching John Wayne movies. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. This might turn out to be something. I don't know. Says Brian, technically it's mud blood. All right, whatever. We've got, according to StreamYard here, we've got 28 people out there watching. So how many of you 28 people have a CO2 laser? Holler out in the chat if you've got a CO2 laser of some type. Kim, it's in doing this, the part it's doing now, it's 500 millimeters a second at 20% power. Okay, I see a bunch of me's going on down there. So looks like a lot of folks have a CO2 laser. Wade says he doesn't. Tim Keller doesn't. Okay, for those of you who say you don't have one, are there any future plans to get a CO2 laser of some type? Just looking at that view from the FoPro camera, doesn't look like much of nothing right now, does it? Wade says, at some point I'd love to get one, but I need to get my business plan approved by the wife. Understood. Understood. Tim says, when I can sell one of my CNCs to make room for one. Yeah. Wade says, but compared to AP Laser, the price of Omtech blows them away. Yeah, there's if you want a CO2 laser, you can spend a lot more money than what an Omtech is. But I personally think they're a pretty good bang for the buck. I've thoroughly enjoyed mine, and I've had zero problems with it. And you guys that show up here every Wednesday night and watch me fiddle around, you know that it just runs. If a knucklehead like me can run one, anybody can do it. William says, power question, Omtech manual focus 1220 50 watt. Laser not showing over 3.5 milliamp on the gauge regardless of power/speed setting. Where do I begin to troubleshoot? I would probably refer you to, if you're not already a member of the, let's see if I can remember how it goes. It's the official Omtech Laser Help, Advice, and More Facebook group. I think that's the name of it. But anyway, if you're a member of that Facebook group and go to the either the file section or the featured section, those three guys that call themselves the laser guys, they have like all kinds of lists, setup lists, troubleshooting lists, stuff like that on there. So I would refer you to check something out and see what they say. Or of course, you could reach out to Omtech support too. Although usually you can probably get an answer quicker either looking on YouTube or the Facebook groups. Sherry said, if I was married, I would have never got one. Single life has its perks. That's for sure. It has a few cons too, but all in all, I'd say it's got the pros outweigh the cons. Jerry Scott says, first question, it says, it ever ran more than 3.5 milliamp? I would assume, yeah, that's why he's asking that, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying hard to see my dogs in here, and it's just, I'm just not seeing it too good. Maybe it'll look better when I pull it out of there, but it almost looks distorted to me. Yeah, it's just not looking right at all. I don't think. I must not have done something right on that course. Let's see. Yeah, the pass through was turned on, so that means it's using the settings from um, image R. I don't know. I think that's why I call this a test. It's William says Jeff was running up to 6.5 milliamp at 70%. I guess that's what that means. Yeah, at 70. Yeah, I don't think I've got something right. Yeah, I needed to invert the picture on wood. I mean, I used the settings. That's why I went to that image R, so that it would use what's recommended. So this test has been an epic fail here. All right, I'm going to stop that because I can tell right now that's yeah. If you stare at it, you can make it out, but that's not at all what I'm going for here. So I'm going to try. Let's see what time we got. I'm going to try to set this down to let's go to 8. Okay. All right. I'm going to try something real quick here. Let's see how long this will take. Let's see. I'm going to check this. All right. I'm going to try that right there. And we will see if this gets any better. This has, yeah, let's see what happens here. Oh, that's going to take way too long, looks like. Yeah, this is what I'm showing now, which looks a whole lot better, but it's running a whole lot slower. It'll take 48 minutes, so I'm not going to wait around for that either, but I'll let it run a few minutes. But that's looking a whole lot better, like what it's supposed to look like. And see, you can, if you look right here where this shadow is, and then look here, you can see that it's dark right up there in that lower left corner. So I don't think I'm going to be able to go long enough to let this run to. Yeah, the leaves and stuff and the grass, it's looking a lot better right there. And of course, it's 5 times slower. It's 100 millimeters a second, 20 power, and I was doing 520 on that other one. I'll let that run a while. We've been right here an hour, so I guess we'll get ready to wrap this up, and I'll go ahead and let it run if we're going to do any kind of hanging out stuff. Anybody who's a channel member and wants to come hang out in the after thing, you should know the drill. Just send me a Facebook message, and I will send you a link, and we'll hang out. And I probably will be out here at least a little while now to see how this one does. I was obviously way off on the settings. And this is not using image-R. This is just bringing the picture in just the way it came off my camera. It's not inverted or anything. And it's going to be a whole lot better. Although I wish it was cropped with just the dogs, but I can fix that later. All right, so I guess we'll get out of here. Thanks to all the channel members that help support this this live stream and this YouTube channel. I appreciate y'all. And like I said, anybody that wants to come hang out, go to Facebook and send me a Facebook message, and I'll send you the link. Until the next time, we'll see y'all later.